My name is Jennifer. I work here at Goodwill in the Asset Protection Department as an Asset Protection Specialist. Back in high school, I was a 4.0 student, A and B grades all the way through. I would cry if I got a C. I met a boy and he turned my world upside down. I went from knowing what I wanted in life to not knowing what I wanted at all because he introduced me to drugs, particularly meth, and that took over my life for 15 years. I, of course, did the whole jail thing, probation, and I had a 5-year joint suspension hanging over my head. I realized that I really did need a change. My life needed to change. And so when I got out after 5 months, I tried everything and anything to get my life back in order. And that's where Goodwill came into play. My little sister took me in because she's seen how devastated I was to want to go back to the streets. I didn't want to go back to the streets when I got out. And so she made an exception for me and let me stay with her, but I had to get a job. So I went on so many interviews and I even actually got hired at 2 different places pending background. And as soon as they got the background, they pulled the offer. And I had just gotten home from that 11th interview and I was crying and I was telling my sister, I was like, I don't know what else to do. Nobody wants me. And then my phone rang and it was Goodwill. And they told me, they're like, because of your background, you're gonna have to do this program called Second Chance Program. And I was like, I don't even care, sign me up.
Yes, the Second Chance Program is a reentry program for anyone who has a misdemeanor or felony, DUI. This could have happened last year, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. We help out anyone who's justice involved with employment preparation, resume prep, pretty much helping them get back on their feet and reintegrate back into society. Jennifer's stories, and it's powerful. It gives a lot of people hope that, you know, with enough ambition and determination, you can make it to the places you want to go. I've seen a lot of stories, and Jennifer's really special because when I met her here, I thought she's just got the job here and has been doing this for years, but when she told me where she came from, I was just blown away. I'd say to any participant, any individual who is struggling to find work right now, to get their life back together, it's never too late. It's better to start now than never. And it's not easy. You might stumble, you might fall, but in Jennifer's case, look at her situation. She did it. She's been doing it. And anything's possible as long as you put forth the effort.
That first year when I was working at Goodwill on Saviors, I met Robert. Oh, Robert, he's a character. I asked him what he did for the company, and he told me he ran loss prevention. And so we got to talking, and I told him right then and there that one day I was going to join his team. He told me, it's always good to set goals. He's like, keep going the way you're going. He's like, and I'll see you in the future. And so 5 years gone, and I was working as assistant manager at the Goodwill location in Camarillo, and a spot on loss prevention opened up. And I applied, and then COVID hit. COVID hit, and I didn't think I was ever gonna get it. Robert said, just be patient, Jennifer, be patient. I'll get you your interview. And so when we came back from COVID, I interviewed with Robert, and I've been on Robert's team for 5 years now. So 10 years altogether at Goodwill.
When I first met Jennifer, she was a production worker at one of our local stores. She always had a great attitude and asked a lot of questions about the work I did, eventually asking to join the team. I gave her a goal to give Goodwill 5 years of honest hard work, and I would promote her to the team. She called me back 5 years later and said that she was ready to join the team.
I want to build into Goodwill. This is my home. I want to hopefully one day get into management, to work directly. Yes, I work directly under Robert, but I want to like work hand in hand with Robert on a managerial level. That's what I want. The hardest thing I've ever had to deal with, yes, it is my addiction. That one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with. Also, the passing of my mother. My mother was always my rock. The biggest supporter I've ever had in my whole entire life. I just wish today that she would be here to see how far I've come, because this is the Jennifer that she's always wanted back. This is the Jennifer that she's yearned for. I mean, I know she's looking down on me, but there's nothing I wouldn't give for her to be next to me as my cheerleader again. I am thankful for Goodwill, for having the Second Chance program. Without it, I don't know if I would have even succeeded anywhere. They open their doors, they open their arms for people like me. They want us to succeed. They cheer us on from the sidelines. And I've had more cheerleaders in Goodwill that I don't even know, like, cheer me on. Like, not only has the Goodwill team touched my life, but I'm amazed at learning how I've touched their lives. So I'm thankful. I didn't find just people to work with or work for. Goodwill's my family that I never had. Oh, shoot. What would I say to the person who's on the fence about joining a program? What are you waiting for? What's the worst that's gonna happen? They don't help you. But in all reality, it will help you. And it doesn't make you any less of a person to ask for the help, because that's what we're here for. That's what Goodwill is here for, is to help people just like me succeed in life. I've been succeeding for 10 years and I'm not giving it up.